Hello everybody, Suffolk Hobbit, and this is part 5 of Dunlending blog. So, what can I say? Except I love these miniatures. I absolutely love these miniatures. I've had such a blast painting them. Don't get me wrong, the metal sculpts are awesome, can't say enough praises about them. But the new ones from Forge World, I say new, new for a while, but yeah, they're just awesome. They're so cool. The detail's fantastic. They clearly got some real good inspiration from, the Dark Ages, the Vikings, Saxons, and just stuff within the Lord of the Rings films themselves, to be quite honest, as well as the great works of Tolkien and the fact that his books have such descriptions for Rohan things. The Games Workshop Middle Earth team, they've really gone to great lengths and great detail, I feel, to really capture a theme for this army. And it's just brilliant. It really is cool. I absolutely love it. I think they're fantastic models, and I've really enjoyed painting them. So, with that said, that little bit of praise. So, how should we do it? Let's do. We'll say the horses to last. I have more to orders yet. So, first up, huscarls. Absolutely brilliant. So, what I've done, I've only got 6 so far. I have more to come though. Don't you worry. So I'll split up into 2 sets of 3. Just move my tab around a bit. So I've got 3 with some nice cool stones on their bases, and I've got 3 just as they are on the on their bases, basically. Basically, yay, on their bases, basically, get it? But I'm here all day. So, whoops. So colours wise, keeping with the theme, I wanted these guys to be tied in to my Thryden paint job, the red cloak and things, because obviously these guys they have the bodyguard special rule for Thryden and whatnot. So they've got the nice red, nice crisp red, and we've gone for Mephiston red. So I'll just get my hand around there a bit better. So we're going for Mephiston red as usual, as before with Thryden. Mephiston red mixed in with, I'm trying to think now, with Evil Sun Scarlet, is it? I think. But yeah, it's a case of a few layers, very soft, subtle layers of the red. I didn't want it to be too overpowering. Obviously, Thryden's his red is more, it's better highlighted. It is brighter. I didn't want these guys to quite have that, so that they aren't in competition with Thryden on the battlefield. I still want them to be. Thryden's got to be the standout character in my opinion. So obviously these guys, if they're looking just as bold and as amazing, I just feel it take away a bit. That's my thought. Still in red, but obviously just not quite so vibrant with their highlights. And then for the rest, obviously just dry brushing metals. And you got some nice gold colours going on there. These guys got the most gold of all the warriors in the army because, of course, they are the huscarls. They are the bodyguard. They are the elite warriors for Mr. Thryden himself. We've got nice Cantor blue just on the edges of the cloak. Obviously, the fur is attached to some sort of material. Just got distant bits there. And they've got Fortress Grey mixed with Cantor blue for the sleeves and their arms, and also for the inside of the tunic, just inside there. And then we've got some Battle Brown just as an edging for the lamella armour, the plate armour, whatever you want to call it, scales. Just kind of around there on the edges, just for a bit of a different colour to pop it out from the blues and the reds that we have. And then simply some Mornfang Brown on the trousers just there, and that's it. Rhinox hide for the leather, bosh, done. They're just such a joy to paint. Painted these guys with their axes on. I wasn't going to, but for what it was worth, there's only 2 models that actually needed it, so that they weren't actually taken off. Glued on at the last minute, and that's this guy where he's sort of leaning forward, and that's because it just sort of cuts right across the bodies there. So they're the only ones that I left off, including them after I painted. The rest I painted as they were because, well, like this guy for example, it's right up against him. You can't really see what's behind there. Now I normally do paint sub assemblies, but I'm starting to not do it quite so much because although that detail's painted and it's there with other models in the past, I've realised afterwards, I've sort of looked and I thought, well, actually, I went all the effort to paint, whatever it is, glued on the weapons or the arm, whatever it is that needs to be put on after. And although it's there, it's painted, it's a hell of a job to see it. So to an extent, I don't really worry anymore. I will do things like this where obviously you can see it a bit clearer as where it's going across. But otherwise, I'm not so into that anymore. Depends on the model, but within reason. Although these guys are elite, they are still rank and file type troops. So although I've given them a bit of a better paint job, I'm not going to go mad if I need to get any secret hidden details, because it's just not needed. The metal was given a wash with Nuln Oil, just to sort of make it, give it some nice shades. What else? Stuff I can really say. It's just these six are as they are. The helmets I also painted brown. I've got a nice little scrag brown shade going on there, highlighted up as well. And that's just to give them a bit of a snazzier look compared to the other Warriors helmets of like metal and stuff. One of these guys to sort of look they've been invested in by the Lord. I went for a few with rocks, just to spice them up a bit. They've all got the tundra grass, which is what I've been using. I've also got some tundra tufts. I bought the tufts from a company that is based, I believe, in Cornwall. I'm trying to think what they're called now. What is the company called? I'll try and put it in the description down below. I'm trying to think what they're called now, but they've got some brilliant tufts. I think they have a claim to fame in that they have the biggest range of miniature tufts ever compared to any other company, which is pretty cool. It means, whatever you could possibly think of, they will have, which is fantastic. The Wargaming Scenic Company, stuff like that. I'll have a look and let you know in the comments down below. But yeah, it's a really cool, usual theme for the bases anyway, and that's the huscarls done. I plan on getting another 6, yeah, I think in terms of the army themselves, the army itself, they bring a lot to it, because obviously you've got two-handed weapons, or they can be used as spear support, because obviously they are kind of like halberds, sort of. They got the pointy bit on the end of the axe. The interesting design, interesting inspiration of for their weapon. It seems, to look at them, there's a couple of different ways you could think that weapon's been sort of inspired by real historical things, historical weapons. A little bit halberdy like. I think a few things, but in gaming terms, it's awesome. It means that Dunland have a spear support, which is fantastic. They sort of miss a few things out. I feel that they would have had, like in the past. Another thing was throwing axes. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think they've ever had access to throwing axes. And again, these dudes are hardcore Vikings. You think they have some sort of throwing thing, but obviously they can't be including everything, because if not, they'd be too powerful for what they are, which could spoil the theme. So that's fair enough. But yeah, these guys are much needed for the army and are fantastic to have. Can't wait to use them more and more and more. So I'm just going to knock these guys to the rear here. You can chill out, chaps. You've had your moment of fame. So next up, these gorgeous sculpts. Look at them. Just look at them. I don't even mean as in my paint job. I'm pleased with the paint job, but just the models themselves. Look at them. Just look how cool they are. They are awesome. Man, I'm going to get another couple more. Say a couple. I'm definitely getting 2 more, but I will most likely get some more in the future. I had plans to have less is more, to sort of put in the theme, the fact that Dunland, they steal the horses. They're not really horse masters themselves, but hell, it looks damn cool, man. You got to have loads, in my opinion. I want Dunland to be a massive army in my collection, and the only way forward is to have a nice hench little group of horsemen to cause some real carnage. Because again, the rule that these guys brings, the rules that these guys bring, I should say, my English is terrible, is they can re-roll 1s to the mount, which is just awesome. It means, against like Rohan armies or armies that may have a bit more horsepower than usual, or wargs, whatever, they got a chance of taking those out, which is brilliant, because you're nullifying that extra bonus attack on the charge from the enemy. So not great in defence. I think the defence 5 at the top of my head. Yes, they are. I'm sure they are. Defence 5. They got 1 attack. You'd obviously get 2 on the charge and whatnot, but they're nothing fantastic. I think there's a running joke in groups and things saying that the actual physical cost of them in real life compared to their sort of what you'll get out of them in battle is ridiculous. You're sort of paying for models that will hardly ever bring anything to your battle force, but they're just awesome. They're just so cool, aren't they? I mean, look at them. Wicked. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to using them. I think it's a great little rule they've got. I think combined with other units, such as Thryden with his special rule of the Dunlending war cry and things, these guys could cause some serious pain. And of course, they've got axes. So, you've got all those special strikes and whatnot going in there as well, which is fantastic and really cool. So, yeah. Well, on that note, only downside to these guys, if you could say it really, because of their resin, so you can do things with them, but there's just two poses. There is just two poses, and that's obviously, where are we? Where's my finger? There it is. So you got this pose and this pose. That's it. One axe low, one axe high. But there is a remedy to that, and I've tried to go for it. So I think I said in my first video that I'd actually accidentally glued a horse's leg on the wrong one. I think it's these two. This horse's leg should actually be on that horse's body, and vice versa. And also the heads, I think maybe the wrong way around, or maybe it's these guys. But without meaning to, I caused a slight conversion because obviously the horse is now different to how it's meant to be. And I think I did the same in one way, shape, or form. I think I did the wrong head by mistake as well. So as the instructions suggest, is not what I did. So again, slight conversion. But what I've also done is with these guys, not so much this chap. This chap is built as he is meant to be built, which is fantastic. No, he's not. Tell a lie. Tell a lie. I changed his arm. This arm should be on this dude. What I did is I swapped it over, just to give it a slight pose difference. Because obviously, as you can see, there's only one dude with an arm held up high, and it's this one here that should be held up high. But what I've done is with this dude, I have green stuffed. Just lift it up so you can see it better. I have green stuffed a little strap just going across there. So a little nice little little belt just there. And that is obviously for his shield. So it's like he's riding into battle and he's got a shield strapped to his back. I'll do that a couple more times. Yeah, so simple little conversion, bit of green stuff, no particularly mastery needed for that, and it just makes it different. Brings out all the, it just makes it a nice little thing to look at. So there are ways around getting some variation in your models, which is great. I plan on doing some more. I'm actually thinking of, I'm going to try and see if I can chop up some arms a bit more, and just see if I can do something else and play around with poses. I might even think about changing it so that maybe this arm will have the axe, and I'll have it so this hand is going to be holding onto the reins, maybe a bit of a swap. You could have a lefty warrior. Yeah, just sort of mixing up, just different things. Not even necessarily the warrior's got to be in battle, obviously they will be, but I could make it seem like the warrior's just casually riding on his horse. I might even put it so that there's a shield on his back and an axe underneath the shield, just strapped to his back, and he's just got his arm just sort of resting on his leg, or just something different. But that's my plan. Great models. For the colour scheme, obviously I've gone for some differences, because again, my army wanted to sort of look more Viking and a bit more, you know, these dudes come from different little family clans and things. I need to work on the shield. I wasn't too happy with the shield. It's a bit blotchy, the highlights, so we'll be tidying that up. But again, nice simple blue shield. I think you've seen this guy on a previous video, but the Pinto horse colour, really cool. This is the other guy I'm sure you've seen before, so the yellow and blue, really like that. Liked it so much, I decided to add it onto this dude. So we got a simple 1-on-1 yellow and blue shield. Really pleased with the highlights of the yellow, come out nicely. Giving this dude lots of yellow. As you see, I've gone a bit yellow mad on this guy. Again, really cool. I'm also very pleased with the highlights on the horse, on this horse. Real subtle, yet I think look really good. I'm really chuffed with that. Took a long time to do that horse. A little bit of wet blending, a little bit of dry brushing to get some nice highlights. And the same thing with this one. This was a Mornfang brown colour, gently highlighted up to different shades with the whites to bring out all the colour and stuff and all the details. Same again with the shield. Gone for a nice sort of green and blue. Can do sort of similar themes with all them sort of colours as well. But yeah. Oh, and of course I've also added in just here the details, the scenic details that come with the models, which came with these guys, but I actually added that to my Thryden mounted horse, because obviously Thryden being the baddie that he is, he's murdering Rohan in all glory. So yeah, nice little bit of detail there. And also, going forward, I might actually use one or two when I get some more kits to be as objective markers for just different reasons, different things. I think it'd be quite cool to do that. See if I can sort of add some other bits to bases. Might add some like arrows into the next set of bases and stuff. But yeah, really cool. Again, another little tundra tuft, another little tuft there. That was from a Desert Plains tuft. Really good fun. And yeah, there you go, guys. Hope you like them. And of course, a couple of gingers, because you gotta have gingers. They're just, it's awesome colours to paint here. I think I might just create an army of ginger warriors, just because ginger warriors are just awesome. That's my opinion. But on that note, thank you for watching, guys. Thank you for commenting and subscribing on my previous videos. I hope you've enjoyed watching it. I've enjoyed talking about it.
Dunlending army for the time being is almost complete. I would probably do a part 6, which is going to showcase the army that I have in full currently, and then I'll just work on it from there on in. I'll finish my vlogs just for then, and what I'll do is I'll do a final 7th part or an 8th part maybe when I have got a huge army of, dare I say, 1,000 points, but that's going to be like probably a year from now. But still got a few things to finish off before I can show you the full army as it is. But thank you ever so much for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon.